Anna never thought she'd be the kind of woman who froze in the middle of a moment meant to be the happiest of her life. But here she was, standing in the center of an upscale restaurant, surrounded by strangers clapping and cheering for something that wasn't real. Jason was on one knee in front of her, holding out a diamond ring. His smile was perfect, too perfect, like it was meant for the cameras and not for her. Around them, people had already pulled out their phones, recording what they believed was a magical moment. But Anna wasn't smiling. Her breath hitched, her heart pounded, and her fingers curled into fists at her sides. Something was wrong. Then she saw her. A woman standing near the back of the restaurant, frozen in shock. She was gorgeous as tall, with sleek dark hair and an expensive-looking dress. But her face wasn't just surprised. It was devastated. And the way she was looking at Jason. Anna's stomach twisted into knots. Jason's fingers brushed against hers, urging her to take the ring. "Say yes, baby," he murmured, just loud enough for the surrounding audience to hear. The woman in the back turned on her heel and walked away. Fast. Anna couldn't breathe. Something inside her cracked wide open. Rewind 3 years. Anna met Jason on a cold October evening at a cozy coffee shop. He had been charming, all warm smiles and easy laughter. He made her feel seen, special. Over time, their relationship had blossomed, and she truly believed he was her forever. She pictured growing old with him, having a home, maybe kids. He talked about marriage often, hinting that a proposal was coming soon. And yet, in the back of her mind, there were little things. Small, insignificant details that she brushed aside. The times he was too busy to talk for days. The moments when his phone rang late at night, and he silenced it too quickly. The way he was always slightly too secretive with his texts. She had ignored it all. Love made fools out of the best of people. But standing in that restaurant, surrounded by claps and cheers, with the image of that woman burned into her mind, the truth finally clicked into place. Jason was hiding something. And she had just found out in the worst way possible. Anna's hands were shaking. Jason still knelt in front of her, waiting, his perfect smile never faltering. The ring in his hands sparkled under the dim lights. She had a choice. She could say yes, play along, and demand answers later. Or she could expose him now, in front of all these strangers, and destroy his perfect moment. Her voice was eerily calm when she spoke. No. The restaurant went silent. Jason blinked. His grin faltered for the first time. What? Anna took a step back, shaking her head. I said no, Jason. A murmur rippled through the crowd. People exchanged awkward glances. Someone's camera was still recording. Jason's face darkened. He stood slowly, slipping the ring back into his pocket. Babe, let's not do this here. His voice was tight, low, a warning. But Anna was done listening to warnings. She took a deep breath, turned on her heel, and walked out. Jason didn't follow. The cold air hit Anna's face as she stepped onto the street, her thoughts racing. She didn't know where she was going, she just knew she needed to get away. But fate had other plans. Wait. Anna spun around. It was her. The woman from inside the restaurant. Up close, she was even more stunning, sharp cheekbones, intense eyes. And she looked just as shaken as Anna felt. You're his girlfriend? The woman asked, her voice tight. Anna's throat was dry. Fiancé, apparently. The woman let out a bitter laugh. Well, that makes 2 of us. Silence. Anna's pulse roared in her ears. What? The woman sighed, crossing her arms. I'm Sophie. And I've been dating Jason for the past 2 years. The world tilted beneath Anna's feet. 2 years. Jason had been with Sophie for 2 years while he was with her. Anna felt sick. She pressed a hand against a nearby wall, steadying herself. You're lying, she whispered. Sophie's lips curled into a smirk, but there was no joy in it. I wish I was. She pulled out her phone, tapped a few times, and then turned the screen toward Anna. Text messages. Pictures. Videos. Proof. Jason had been playing both of them. Anna's hands clenched. Did you know about me? Sophie shook her head. Not until tonight. That made two of them. The rage hit Anna all at once, burning, unrelenting. The humiliation of that proposal, the lies, the years she had wasted on a man who had never truly been hers. Jason thought he could get away with it. He thought she'd cry, scream, beg. He thought wrong. Because Anna wasn't just going to walk away. She was going to make him pay. Anna had always believed that revenge was beneath her. She was raised to take the high road, to believe that karma would handle those who did wrong. But standing outside that restaurant, humiliated and betrayed, she realized something: karma was too slow. Jason had stolen 3 years of her life. He had made her believe in a love that never existed. And worst of all? He thought he could walk away from this unscathed. Not on her watch. She turned to Sophie, her mind racing. I want to destroy him. Sophie arched a brow, considering. Then, slowly, a smirk crept onto her lips. I'm listening. The next morning, Anna sat in her apartment, staring at her phone. Jason had texted her 7 times. Jason, babe, what the hell happened last night? Jason, call me. Let's talk about this privately. Jason, you're overreacting. I love you. Jason, this is a misunderstanding. Jason, pick up the damn phone. Jason, you're making a mistake. Jason, if you ruin my reputation, I will make you regret it. The last message made her blood boil. Anna exhaled sharply. If Jason thought he could threaten her into silence, he had no idea who he was dealing with. She was going to ruin him. And she wasn't going to do it alone. She picked up her phone and dialed Sophie. It's time, Anna said. Sophie's laughter was sharp. Let's burn him to the ground. Step 1 of their plan? Turn Jason's own world against him. Jason prided himself on his perfect image. He was a rising businessman, always posting motivational quotes, networking with important people, and pretending to be a man of integrity. Anna knew his weakness. His reputation. She and Sophie spent the next week gathering evidence, screenshots of his texts, proof of his double life, and even messages from other women he had been secretly dating. By the end of the week, they had 7 women who had all been deceived by Jason. Anna couldn't believe it. He wasn't just a liar. He was a serial cheater. Sophie smirked. Time to show the world who he really is. Anna took a deep breath and hit post. The caption was simple. This man proposed to me while dating 6 other women. Here's the proof. Attached were screenshots, pictures, text messages, everything. Within minutes, the post went viral. Jason's name trended. His business partners started unfollowing him. His LinkedIn profile was flooded with comments. By the end of the day, his company issued a statement cutting ties with him. By the end of the week, Jason had lost his job, his friends, and his carefully crafted image. He called Anna over 50 times. She never picked up. She was too busy moving on. For the first time in years, Anna felt free. She wasn't the heartbroken woman Jason had tried to manipulate. She was stronger. Smarter. Unstoppable. While Jason's life crumbled, Anna's was thriving. She started her own business. Traveled. Found herself again. And when love found her again, it was real. Jason had lost everything. And what he lost? Anna had found. Herself. Her happiness. And a life without him. The end.